If you like me and live in the Pacific Northwest, chances are you love the outdoors. You love camping, hiking, playing in the snow, going surfing, all those fun outdoor activities. Well, this weekend, my little family here, we're gonna be staying in Fort Stevens, Oregon, which is right on the coast next to Astoria. I'm really excited to show you guys some of the amenities. The great outdoors. So if you've been following any of my other social media channels, chances are you saw that my fiance and I bought an old beat up RV about 1.5 years ago. And over the course of the pandemic, we've been spending all of our extra time renovating and updating this RV into the 21st century. This beautiful RV is a 1987 Jayco Mini. It's got a 350E, which is a really powerful engine. It's got a lot of work that needs to be done still, but we felt it was comfortable enough to take us and our dogs now. So the first Memorial Day weekend that we were able to go out in public with other people, we decided to go to Fort Stevens. Cheers. So as I mentioned earlier, we decided to stay up at Fort Stevens, which is in the northwest corner of Oregon, right next to Astoria. There is a plethora of things to do here at this campsite. Before we get too into this, I want to say that obviously I'm not sponsored by this campsite. This is just my honest opinion and my honest take on what it was like camping here. I wanted to do something a little bit different than most of my other videos, so I figured I'd do some camping reviews because I plan to go out with our RV and my fiance and our dogs a lot more often this summer now that we can again. So yeah, let's get right into it. So Fort Stevens is a huge place to go play in. They have miles of bike paths that run throughout the forest. And each one of those bike paths lead to something new to do. So you can really spend an entire day on your bikes with a backpack of food, just kind of rolling around. So Fort Stevens is about a 15 to 10 minute bike ride down to the beach. And if you ride actually down to the beach, you can come across a shipwreck, which apparently has been there forever. It's been obviously eaten away by the ocean, but a lot of people go there for pictures. And if you go on Instagram, you could probably find a bunch of people taking pictures with it. I should probably say it's about a 10 to 15 minute drive up to the old military installation, which is what we ended up doing with our RV. What was really cool about this part of their trip is they actually had an RV parking site. There were a lot of people there was a lot of families that had brought multiple RVs that were circled up, and they're kind of having a family day. So that looked like a lot of fun. Also, if you're into disc golfing, there is a disc golfing course that runs all the way through the military installation. And before I get too carried away, I should say that I love military history. I don't know why. I never was in the military. My fiance retired from the National Guard a couple years back, so she's a military girl. This place fulfilled all of my interests and all of my curiosities about Oregon's military in the 1940s. Another big thing, which we'll probably mention later in this video, is the mosquitoes. There was a lot of mosquitoes, and it kind of almost ruined the trip. Make sure to wear long sleeve clothes when you're hiking. So if you have the opportunity to prepare yourself, just prepare for a ton of mosquitoes in and out of your campsite, just everywhere. I would even go far enough to say get a net to cover a pop-up tent if you can, just to keep them out. But yeah, other than that, it was a lot of fun. What's up? Okay, so we just got finished at Fort Stevens, and I think I've been calling it River Stevens? Stevens River?
Stevens Creek.
Stevens Creek. It's not Stevens Creek. It's called Fort Stevens. Did you enjoy it?
I think there's a lot of pros and cons.
Okay.
It's a huge park, so there's lots to do. Everything from going to a shipwreck to the historical military site to disc golfing and beyond.
And it was the biggest campsite in Oregon, supposedly?
Yeah. A downside is we went in at the very end of May, and there was a ton of mosquitoes, so we got bit up.
Yeah, that's the one thing. There were a bajillion mosquitoes. I'm not even exaggerating the number. Bajillion is probably an accurate depiction of the mosquitoes.
Yeah, we went hiking on a trail, and they were swarming us.
Oh yeah, it looked like a beehive. We stepped out of the RV this morning to set up, and within minutes, or not even minutes, within 30 seconds, I was being swarmed by mosquitoes. So the dogs got bit up, we got bit up, but we don't know. This is the first time here, so maybe it's just a time of the year thing.
Yeah, in terms of like things to do, there's a lot to do here. I would just recommend bringing a bike or a scooter or
Definitely.
rollerblades or something to get around because it's so big.
We didn't bring a bike, but everybody and their grandma had a bike, and we should have brought a bike. For the pros, I would say there's a dump site. We're actually in the line for the dump site right now because it's the end of Memorial Day weekend and everyone's taking off. So that's convenient. They sell firewood, which is convenient. There weren't any like shops, but you can get like heading out into town. You could stop and get stop at a Quickie Mart or something if you need to. It's about 10 minutes away. The disc golfing was cool. The forts are awesome. Hiking trails, once again, a bike would be probably best for that. The RV site, they're 50 amp, 30 amp, and then there's a 20 amp if you want to plug your cell phone directly into a box. And yeah.
Also, I would say that the bathroom facilities are really nice. I don't know if they're all throughout the camper as nice as G-Loop, but G-Loop had it going on, so very nice bathrooms.
Yeah, and we're probably about 5 to 10 minute drive from the coast, so it's not right off the ocean, but it's pretty close to the ocean.
It's walkable.
It's walkable if you have 40 minutes to walk, which I mean, we're all camping, so you got plenty of time, I'm sure. People seem pretty nice. There's a lot of dogs. We brought our dogs, obviously, so there's that. Yeah, I'd say 5 stars out of like 8.
I'd say probably 4 stars out of 5.
4 out of 5 stars. It's Memorial Day weekend at one of the most popular, largest campsites in Oregon, so it was really, really busy. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe you guys will get to see us dump our tanks. Tiana's gonna do it for the first time.
Not happening. Nope.
All right, see you guys next time. There are mosquitoes everywhere. Ah.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Oh my god.
Stevens Creek.